so. I studied directing and writing. There's a certain logic that they teach you when you're doing directing. One of them is this idea of the voice of God, right? So that the director comes into the space, tells the actors what to do, instructs them, has a vision, and kind of says, this is the way we're going to do it, right? And after a while, I thought, only a man's craft would function this way, where one person assumes to know so much, right? And even as they teach you directing, and even when you work with young actors or actors who are still not confident of themselves, they expect you to come into the space and say, this is what you should do. And I think women don't function like that a lot of the time, because we're often people who have to raise people, put together families, keep people together, keep community. We're kind of function from a far more democratic process, where for me as a director, I go into the space and I go, okay, help me figure this out, right? And I have to say, okay, this person, I can see the skills they have in them. How do I have them understand to bring it out of themselves without me telling them? So if I tell you and I say, do this, you never quite think that this is a thing that came from you. You think it came from me instructing you. But if I can find a way to give you the sense of the script, of the character, of the moment, that you do the action so that the action comes from you. And so we can both own it. It's not me going, oh, look at these puppets I've made and how they function, right? And I think women function like that. And I think that's, and I'm not saying that it's anything biological, but maybe in our socialization and where we find ourselves in society, we're often not people who are looked, and often as a woman, if you come into a space, especially when directing men, they have to push back against their natural inclination to want to say, is she going to tell me what to do? And so you learn how to go, I need to tell this person, or I need to help this person find where we need to go. I know where we need to go, or I have a sense of it. I don't always know. And you'll find that sometimes actors, when you say to them, what do you think we should do? Sometimes the male actor will say, what do you mean, you don't know? And you go, no, I don't know. Or at least I'm curious, I am inquisitive, I am asking questions, and I want to leave with kind of rounded lines as opposed to square ones, right? And I think it's a kind of a feminine ethic that enables you to have that level of democracy in the working space. And I think it's important, especially in this time of like Me Too, or in a time where so many men, especially in the industry, have abused their power, that for as long as you keep these power dynamics of extremely uneven, unequal, almost toxic relationships, where you take the creative persons, you take the actors, and you want to say, I will mold you. You put too much power in one nexus in a way that actually may stifle creativity, not allow people to thrive. And I think as a woman particularly, it then becomes my thing to say, I'm confident enough to say to a man, what do you think? And have him look at me and be like, oh my God, she doesn't know what she thinks. And then have us work ourselves through that process until he comes to a place where he goes, being asked what you think doesn't mean I don't know what I think. It means I want us to collaborate. Are you able to work in that space? Which is different, I think.